Good evening, and welcome to another live stream. We have games and tea, and I'm joined by four, soon to be five, wonderful friends of mine to play some Dungeons and Dragons. We have been, everybody, well, they've all been imitating my exasperated, my brain is not functioning properly today sounds. So, hi, yes, we're back. I'm playing some Dungeons and Dragons in this strange homebrew world and setting that is coming from my mind, and these four wonderful folks, soon to be five, somehow are still here playing in this strange fucked up world that's in my head. So, yay, I think, for me.
Yay!
Anyway, yay. Thank you for me,
Yeah.
As usual, there are a few announcements I have to do at the start of the streams. First of those is an affiliate of Fantasy Guns. If you'd like to support the stream but also get yourself a Fantasy Guns, you can do that by clicking the link that is going to be appearing in the I'm seeing all the chat's going to be appearing now. In the chat in a moment. Or if you're watching this on YouTube later, that is not how you spell affiliates. I will eventually figure that out.
Affiliate.
Affiliates.
Flipendo.
There we go.
Affiliates.
Oh god! You can click that link and it will take you through to Fantasy Guns. Doesn't cost you anything extra, but you can get all your stuff for Fantasy Guns in terms of licenses, as well as Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder, Starfinder, Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition is on there, as well as also lots of other stuff. Doesn't cost you anything extra, but Fantasy Guns says thank you to me for promoting their stuff. Another affiliate which I am a part of is DnD. Oh, how did I do this one? Oh yeah, I remember. Affiliate. There we go. That is that's the link to D&T store, where you can get all your wonderful stuff for Dungeons and Dragons inspired tea. It is genuinely delicious. I have been promoting that stuff for free for them for almost a year, if not slightly longer, because it's just fucking delicious. It doesn't cost you anything extra either, but it's also another way to support the channel. It's also get your wonderful Dungeons and Dragons inspired tea for the channel. I highly recommend Genasian Seed and Volcanic Inferno.
Still want to try that.
Really, really tasty. Also, there is some miniatures dotted around the screen. These have all been created in Heroforge. Heroforge does not sponsor this program nor show, but we do have to ask them permission for showing off our stuff on stream. And thank you, Heroforge, for allowing us to do that. There is also music in the background that has been provided us by SiriusTech.com, Tabletaudio.com, Ingrid Fessian Studios, Alexander Nakaralov and Serpentine Studios, and Travis Savoy from RPG Music Maker. These folks are awesome. Without them, we wouldn't have music in the Creative Commons license that we could have as background ambience to this game. They're awesome. Thank you to them. I also have a YouTube channel. Wow, these announcements are going on for a long time. I forgot how long they were. YouTube.com/@games_and_T, where you can catch up on all the various different fucking things I do on this bloody channel. There's a lot I do on this channel. Especially these lots. Scarlet Guard, we're going back 3 years? 3 years now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, almost 3 fucking years of this. Points to me. Don't know why you would still be here after 3 years, but just this. Anyways, that YouTube's there, so you can catch up on all of that stuff there. Last but not least, the thing I genuinely loathe talking about, because I hate talking about it, there is a donations link somewhere underneath this thing that you're watching. If you want to see me truly squirm and get extremely red in the face and embarrassed, that is how you do it. That aside, there are some suggested tips. That's not how I do it. D&D tip. For fuck's sake, I can't type! No! D&D tip. There we go. There are some suggested tips for it, which you can actually change up the outcome of the game slightly with various different dice advantages, inspirations, as well as also magic items and inspiration and healing and all that wonderful stuff that we have in Dungeons & Dragons. So that is a way to enhance the gaming experience and also throw some fun. And also, my brain's already not working today, so if you do that, you will actually make it completely explode. Please think about yourself first. please think about yourself first and your own financial stability. That is far more important to me than you donating to me. So please think about yourself first. But that's it. That's it for me in terms of talking. And I'm going to hand over to my players to do some character introductions. Let's start with Neil. Tell us about Sykes.
Yeah. Hello, I play Sykes Brillo and just kidding. He is a ranger rogue. He comes from the woods of holy crap, I should have my map open so I could remember the name. It was the oh my god. Yeah, the glowing forest. Thank you. Right, yes. Well, technically, he's on the outside at a farm where he lived with his family, but helping Farrell's village out inside of the glowing forest. Had come home one day to find out his family was gone. At least his wife and his youngest kid. His eldest kid is out being a druid at the druid college. But he has decided to go with Farrell and ended up finding his new friends to go find his family. But now discovering his family is potentially okay. Though in not situations he would have thought it was, he's continuing to help his new friends while he's slowly maybe becoming more wraithish like.
Say what? What's that?
What's the what? Yeah.
What's that? Something we'll sort out later.
Yeah.
Thank you. Lydia, tell us about Shinobi.
Yeah, I would. I totally would. Let's. I will. Okay, fine. Tonight's a tiefling. She's a lady. She's got big muscles. Her biggest muscles is her heart. She cares so much. And she has swords, very tall. Also a lady, quite tall. Any interesting things to say? Her wisdom score went up, but mine's going down steadily. Yeah, unknown land, everybody wants to kill you. You get a little paranoid after a while, and that's sort of where we are now. But, it's all good. We're overthrowing the government. All is well.
Just normal day, everyday things.
Yeah. About that bit. Yes, overthrowing the government. We'll get on to that in a moment. River, tell us about Ferric. Or as little as we can tell us about him, since we've only just been introduced to them.
Ferric falls for a sea goddess. People are distrustful of Ferric, and he's getting bullied to some degree.
That's pretty accurate, actually. That's literally all we know about Ferric. Oh, we also know that he's bullied. We also know that he doesn't shut up. You get him talking, he won't. He will just stop. He won't stop. It's kind of ridiculous. That's Ferric for you. Do not worry, we will be joined presently by a Ruben who runs Atlas. Atlas is our... Well, I'm beginning to question it now, but he was our moral compass. And then he made a comment last session, which definitely made me go, huh? So, we'll see if that has anything more to it. Atlas is our human barbarian. Big emotions. Big emotions. That's Atlas. Jeff, tell us about Tyfari.
I was distracted with something else. Tyfari is the one leading the movement to overthrow said government. Because, politicians are terrible people and you should always throw Lego bricks at them. Both in fantasy games and in real life, if possible.
And make them walk on them.
No, we make them walk on lava. Make Lego bricks out of real bricks. We need to appease the lava goddess somehow.
That's true, we do. But carry on with Tyfari, though.
And yeah, he's very busy with running his revolution, and he's been recruiting people. He's trying to recruit more people. He's trying to get an airship. He's trying to build a sky fleet. You know, it's totally not a revolution, and it's totally gonna go okay. And yeah, you know, no one important is gonna die, probably.
Nah.
Yeah.
At least one of us will. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Last but not least.
You know, life gets so much easier when you stop thinking in terms of civilian casualties and instead think of them as acceptable losses.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No.
There it is.
So does school field trips.
Yeah. If you leave
okay,
with
that
30
was-
hits,
that
no
was
one
pretty good.
says you have to return with all 30.
No, 90%
Exactly.
is
They're
decent. Actually.
probably
10%
having
loss.
a good time.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Who knows?
They just didn't want to come back.
Last but not least, we would normally be joined by Sean, who runs Farrell. Farrell was did the Disney princess thing, going out into the world and discovering it all, with the help of Sykes, and then realised that the world is far more complicated and grey and weird than what they were led to believe. So they're kind of just going with the flow now. Really, they're just going with everything, making sure that Sykes at least comes back alive, and may also be what's the word? Having to deal with the fact that Sykes might be dying / is dead, has come back to life, and there's some stuff that Farrell's having to wrestle with. He's also discovered another knoll, which is something. He's happy about that.
Yeah.
Yes, but unfortunately Sean is not joining us today because they've got the flu. So that sucks. We miss you, Sean. We really do.
Get better soon.
Yeah, big hugs to you. Get better. Get well soon. We miss you and we miss Farrell. So take care of yourself, bud. We'll see you soon.
Fine chickens.
All right. Let's do some D&D and recapping. Yes, the revolution is being prepared by Tyfari and the rest of the Scarlet Guard in various different ways. The potential recruitment of other folks, although that has only just started, with just anybody in the nearby Maharashtra. We'll see how that goes, and potentially a few Kenku tribes with the persuasion of a skyship, perhaps sweetening the deal there somehow as well. While that was going on, Tyfari and his band got attacked by a whole bunch of Shadow Guild assassin monks. The Scarlet Guard was able to fend them all off, with Tyfari also persuading his brother Abhay to join the fight. After a very, very tense conversation the following day, in which should I really put the screws to Abhay, and definitely doesn't trust him, it was agreed that a plan would be hatched to free Abhay's family, his wife and his daughter. Which and I did a simple little scry to check in and make sure that actually Abhay was telling the truth, and he was, to some extent, seeing that Abhay's family is all human. I think... Is that where we got to? Oh, no, there is one more little thing. There is a curse upon this little city-ish.
Oh,
Well, it's more of a
You
large
probably
town.
have mentioned that.
Yeah, it's more of a large town, really, to be honest, but it's a city somewhat. And this curse has the ability to resurrect anybody that has died within the vicinities of this. Within the city of the city. When the Shadow Monks were killed, they died, and the curse took effect. These said 6 Shadow Monks then rose back to life, completely healed, containing all the skills and the knowledge of said skills, but no memory. They did not know who they were, did not know how they came there to be, or what it is they were meant to be doing. Tyfari did the well, I suppose anybody in his position would probably want to do, ghosted them entirely, gaslit them, and told them that they were here to support the town, protect it, to protect this little village. And they even told them their name. There were a couple of flashes of recognition by these monks, but that didn't seem to make any effect. So, they've been put to work with their de facto leader, in inverted commas, Water in Stone, or Stone in Water, that was his name, Stone in Water, reporting to Apuk. Abhay was off figuring out a plan, and that, unless there's anything else that my players would like to do before this moment, is where we are going to jump in. Once I got Ruben into said role.
I have no idea what I called the others. I only remember Stone.
Yeah, you didn't. So you didn't call them anything yet.
Oh, okay.
There's Ruben. So, my wonderful
I'll call
Scarlet
one
Guard.
John.
John. Is there anything else in particular that you'd like to do before Abhay calls you into a meeting to discuss his idea and the knowledge that he has of Maharashtra?
It may be a good idea if I talk to some of the counselors.
Okay. We can start there.
Because they weren't already too happy with a dragonborn army, and now there's 6 monk assassins joining the village. So yeah, I may need to update them on that. I also don't even know if they know that there are 6 monk assassins now joining the village. So yeah. Yeah, it's probably a good idea if I talk to the council.
Okay, cool. We'll start there then, shall we? The council members. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to get the theme system to work. The council members have been informed of to what happened, although you have not called them to your presence yet to discuss it. So. Let me just grab my notes so I can get their names. Yeah, here we go. Do you want to call them to? Do you want to call them to the palace, or do you want to speak them individually, or would you like them to? Would you like to just chat in the council hall? What would you like to do?
I would like to invite Sinead to join me, and I would like to talk to them in the council hall.
Okay, cool. So, a request is put out to the councillors, and they all eventually join you at the council hall. The latest one to join, or the last one to join, is Ishwa, the Adventurers Guild Master. A slightly slimy individual that you all met previously, who seemed to want to see what he could get out of the whole situation. He is the last to arrive of all of them.
Of course he is.
They all gather into their various seats around this. I'm guessing you're probably going to have a round table because everybody's an equal here. So, but it's up to you.
Not.
You can tell me otherwise.
Absolutely not my equal. Come on. Do you know me?
I do know you. So
Come on.
I was only going
We're
off.
not
I was only going off previous little hints and details that you've given me. So you describe to me then what this council chamber looks like.
Well, it looks like a chamber, and there's a big ass table in it with room for big maps and all that stuff. But yeah, there's definitely a square table with someone at the head, which is me.
All right.
And I'll pick up one of the chairs. I don't care whose. I really don't give a damn. And I'll set it next to me, and that I'll indicate that I would like to seat Janae there.
I'll sit on your right hand side.
All right. Let's say that you pick up the leader of the council's chair.
How many councillors were there?
That seems the most insulting. Well, there'll be the speaker of the council, and yeah. So all right. So there'll be the leader of the council, the speaker. So 2 different people. Master of Finance is the Adventurers Guildmasters plus 3 or 4 sundry other councillors of various importance that deal with certain roles and things within the city.
2, so it's going to be the speaker of the council.
Okay, so you pick this speaker of the council. Right.
The dice have decided.
Yeah. That's perfect. So you grab the chair. It's fairly ornate, and there's even this there's even carved into the chair, into the back of the backrest of the chair that extends above your head, Janai. And above your head, sort of carved into it, is almost like this horn symbol, somehow denoting that this is the chair of the speaker.
I will sit in it like a person who's never had a single etiquette lesson in her life, even though I have.
Wonderful. I just love the idea of you just kind of slouching back into this chair.
Yeah,
leg almost over one there. Almost over one there.
Oh, almost leg on the table.
Yeah, amazing.
You know she wants to.
He just lays on the table.
Calm down.
Eventually, the council members join you in the hall, with Ishwa, the slightly slimy individual from the Adventurers Guild, joining you all last. And just as he takes his seat, the speaker looks across towards you, Tyfari. My lord, is there any reason why that I am not required to sit?
Oh, you can take one of the backup seats.
It doesn't take any high insight or passive insight to register that he doesn't like that idea, and the fact that you have usurped his seat for somebody he might consider of lower standing. He's not particularly.
I mean, we definitely did not spend a lot of money on the backup seats, so.
No, you didn't. He begrudgingly heads over, grabs one of these slightly rickety seats, which are there
They're
for those
basically
who wish
the
to attend.
cheapest plastic seats we can find at the B&Q.
Absolutely. If plastic seats was a thing in this fantasy world, he takes his place at where he would normally be seated. Or rather, he goes to that, but realizes he can't because Janae is there. And so looks around the table, tries to find a spare place, only to discover that the only spare
Janae
place...
is seated next to me.
Yeah, exactly.
I also changed where the chair is.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
So everything has moved.
No, it's not.
Everything has moved as a result of that, and so now he has to go at the other end of the table, completely at the furthest point away from you.
Good boy.
There is slight disgruntled looks amongst all the councillors as they all wait for something to happen.
Yeah. Well, I've gathered you all here to make an announcement. So we've don't know if all of you have heard of the attempt on my life.
There is some looks of consternation and some looks of disquiet that this happened, but most of them all realize that they know what they're talking about.
Yeah. Also, they were sent by the Empire. I've learned. But everything's fine. I'm still alive, as you can probably tell. And yeah, so we also may need to find room for 6 more people because 6 of the assassins are now joining the village. Was it 6 or 8, by the way?
It was 6.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we've got 6 more people, and rejoice because also one of my brothers is back. He may have been the leader of the assassins, sure, but, you know, everyone makes mistakes in life.
Having to judge the reactions of 8 different folks in one go.
Yeah.
Go. Do it.
Go, yes. The leader of the sort of prime minister, for want of a better word, of the councillors looks absolutely aghast at this, and he would be the first one. He would be the first one to speak up before all the others. Govind also looks concerned as well, but is more But you realise that immediately that he's probably more thinking about finances than he's thinking about as to what happened. The speaker also looks as though they were going to say something before the prime minister starts up. The one who looks the least upset about all this would be Ishwa, the Adventurers Guild master. But before any of them really speak up, the prime minister immediately pipes up. You can't let them say so. This is wrong. They tried to take your life. They must be executed or censored. No, executed can't work. They must be exiled out in the desert. Be gone with them. And your brother, even though he does things wrong. I mean, how can you let someone? Yes, they are real, but how can you let someone who tried to take your life into this place?
Well, they can be kind of useful.
That's kind of useful. My lord, this is unacceptable.
Well, I find it fairly acceptable.
How?
I lean forward as if I'm going to ask something, and I'm just going to check with Tyfari to see if he'll allow a question. I'm not breaking anything up, but I'm indicating a question.
I will nod to Sinead that it's alright, she can speak up.
Could I ask, how large is the chance of their memories returning?
Well, I don't think anyone has had their memories fully returned, at least as far as I know. Maybe some of my esteemed counselors can assist me on this one.
Gentlemen, and I look around and they are all guys.
Yes.
Gentlemen,
Unfortunately.
has this occurred to any of you?
A few of them look as though look smart enough to have already realized what you meant. The leader is still blustering. He's kind of looking at your word and looking between you and Tyfari with a sort of incredulous look on his face. None of them speak up though, allowing you to continue if you wish.
None of you has experienced this before? A return of old memories?
The leader looks at his fellows. We have been here all our lives. Why would we lose our memories?
Not past that point.
I don't understand what you mean.
I lean back and I'll let Tyfari do the talking.
Well, so far we know that anyone who's an outsider and has died here loses their memories and comes back. I mean, we all know that, I assume.
There is a slight, not bashful, but that look of, we know, but we don't like to talk about it.
That's fair.
Look around amongst the faces of the councillors.
And yeah, I mean, no worries. Janae and all the others of the Scarlet Guard know about the curse. So yeah, that's why I've decided to try and get the assassins reanimated.
My lord, this is wrong. Have you at least considered locking them up?
Well, I've slightly tinkered with their memory and they're Apu now to get some basic training, and he will oversee that they don't get anything back.
Are there people that ought to be informed of their new identities so that they may continue the story?
I have to let the people know. They will all think that they are infiltrators if we don't let them know.
I suggest we let the story travel. The new story. Choose a few of the populace. Give them new facts. Good facts. New facts.
What do you suggest?
Well, what story have we been telling, my lord? And this is the first time you've ever heard Tyfari with so much fucking respect. You can tell it's because of the circumstances.
I can tell it hurts too.
You could always feel the undercurrent of pain in there. Tyfari?
Sorry, I missed a bit there.
What kind of story have we been telling, my lord?
We've been telling that everyone should stay away because there's, waters are poisoned here, dangerous animals, all that stuff.
Right, but about their identities?
Oh, we've been telling everyone they've been living here their whole lives. That's why everyone thinks they've always been in Pangolin.
Right. Is there a scribe present at this meeting?
Is there a what present at this meeting?
A scribe. I did ask that in character, so the accent was a little thicker.
Okay.
Yes. If there isn't, I would like to nominate the master of the speaker of the council to make some notes.
You know what? I love that so much. I'm gonna let that happen. I was about to say there isn't, but let's go with that. The speakers all looks at you with daggers in their eyes. And what would you like me to notate?
Well, a man I of your stature, I imagined you are a very capable writer. Perhaps we could set down the history, and I wink, of these people and their past in the village, so that we can tell them that when you wake up, it is common for people to receive a letter from somebody in their past about who they were. It's an easier lie to swallow.
I will endeavour to ensure the right person to make the right script. That is not a job for me, but I will find the right person.
Right. Well, would it be helpful if we thought of something now, or shall we adjourn and think of something in between?
I think the Master of Scribes might be the best person to do so.
Oh, good, we have one of those.
Looking across to a very, very hunched dwarf figure, very long, thin arms and very thin fingers, almost bent into a permanent claw in one hand, where you can see that that's where they held the quill for most of their life. I mean, even their form indicates somebody who has pored over script and manuscripts and is very used to writing lots of periods of time. And the individual looks across to you, slight turn of the body in order to try and look towards you. I think I can have a go at that.
Wonderful.
My lords would like to allow a bit of creativity. Looking towards you, Tyfari.
A little creativity never hurt anyone. I think.
I will set my mind will work. The nothing more is said unless you have anything else to say. The speaker will turn towards you, Tyfari. Is that everything, my lord?
Yeah, I think this has been a very productive meeting, and yeah, let's keep this up.
And I deem this council adjourned. And he stands up very, very quickly, almost tossing the chair to the side and leaves the room.
Before he leaves, can I catch him?
Sure.
Quite literally by the arm.
Oh, okay. Right, so, okay, fair enough. We'll go with that.
Let me walk with you.
You must. He looks very, very tense. As you now see that the individual is a fairly sort of middle-aged human, salt and pepper hair, swept very, very cleanly back in a very nice coif. And the clothing he's wearing is of somebody of decent importance, I'll say. It's very, very nicely tailored, a little bit shabby, but nicely tailored and neat and tidy.
Right, I'm still wearing my armor.
Yeah, you're still wearing your armor.
It's been polished, but
That's fair.
not well.
Ah, that's right. He sort of stiffens slightly as he walks away. He was already pretty stiff because he was pissed off, but now he's even more stiff than before. I have things I need to attend to, but what is it?
No, I will walk with you. See, the thing is, I wouldn't want you to get the idea that we are adversarial. I get the idea we got off on the wrong foot. Or chair.
Yes, well... The Lord has been gone a little while, so... Forgot how disrespectful he can be sometimes to others.
Yes, I have people in my past that are similar to that. I can understand. The thing is, and this is something my mama always said to me, they tend to forget the people behind the scenes. They run everything. I wouldn't want you to feel forgotten.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Alright.
Just want to see what you get.
Okay.
This is one of those flexible DCs just to see what you get.
I only rolled a 4, but that's an 11.
It's okay. He softens slightly as your words of acknowledging somebody who runs things behind the scenes. It's appreciated. Now, if I may, I have to go and meet a few people to take care of these new individuals.
You see, and I block his path. Power sometimes makes people act strangely. It is very absurd. They say things, and people just feel a certain way. Unpleasant, isn't it? I wouldn't want that to happen to anybody. You go along now. Have a nice day.
Appreciate it. And I would beware. You are still in a foreign land, lady.
I'm very aware, sir.
He turns and continues out of the council door and into the second.
I lift my middle finger at him as he goes away.
Yes, there it is.
Sort of amble back into the room, see what Tyfari's up to.
The rest of the councillors have all variously traipsed out to the council around your conversation as this was going on, Janai. So the last one to leave would be Ishwa. I think I'd say his name is Ishwa. Sorry, he would be the last. He would be the last one to leave. So kind of seeing how everybody else's reaction is, and just following out. But before he does, though, Tyfari, he approaches you and goes, my lord.
Yes.
I remember his voice. I have a slight question for you. My guild might have gotten itself an extra member of a certain race species that isn't quite so welcome really anywhere. Are you aware of this? And are you okay with it?
I was not aware of it. What race is it?
The walking hyena variety.
Oh yeah, I think one of those showed up at the gate recently. What's the name again? Furball?
I believe if some of my associates, you see, he pauses very, very long as he tries to think of the correct word for what he has. My associates referred to them as a knoll, and the name Ferric was picked up.
And how does your associate know Ferric?
Eyes and ears, my lord.
Aha. Well, yeah. I mean, we've met it, and yeah, we'll see what it does.
So you are welcoming this figure, he says, with a slight hesitation on the word figure, into our wonderful city.
Well, I mean, there's probably a kennel somewhere where it can sleep, so I'm not sure if it's been trained to not pee inside the house, so.
That is good to hear, my lord. It's wonderful to hear that you are taking care of us. I have, I wish you well in your endeavors. I have to go and take care of the guild.
Yes, you go do that.
He heads out the door. So, Janai, you find Tyfari kind of on his own as Ishwa leaves as well.
So how'd that go?
Well, about as well as I expected it to go. Great stunt you pulled on the old timer.
He's got a stick up his ass the size of, well, I've seen some wizard staff smaller than that.
Yeah, well, they all have that. It's a council thing. I mean, I had to deal with the living slime mold Ishwa just now, so.
They all have egos. Best not to disturb them too much right at the beginning. You know?
Yeah, but it's so much fun to do.
I know, but mutiny is a bitch.
Yeah, but at least then I have a legitimate reason to murder them all.
Well, how can you murder them around here?
You know. They may always come back, but it's still fun to catapult their skeleton to the ghost house.
Right. And, why would you want to kill a perfectly good puppet?
They're annoying.
Yes, well, most people are.
True.
You're getting more murderous of late. Have you noticed?
Yeah, it's been too long since I murdered something.
Mm.
We really need to get to Bruno Raw.
You remind me of a Noel more and more.
Yeah, well, as long as you don't think I'm a good person, then we're all good.
Well, you wouldn't want to make that impression.
No. No, I hate making good impressions.
Mm.
People get expectations and all that, you know.
And you're going to lead a country how?
Not.
Ah, who's going to do that then?
Well, ever wanted to be empress?
Oh. That sounds like a shitty idea. I would have to wear dresses.
Nah, you can wear whatever you can be a war queen.
Yeah, but then there would have to be war the whole time, you know?
Yeah, well, at least there's always something to do.
Yeah. Well,
Instead of going to your day job, you know, thinking, oh, what am I going to do now? Oh, is it almost lunch already? Oh, can I go home to my ugly wife or ugly husband or whatever?
Tyfari. I put an arm around his shoulder.
The horrors of a 9 to 5.
I would never have an ugly wife.
No, true.
Or an ugly husband. People are beautiful, Tyfari. You need to see more joy in things. And you need to stop trusting people with information. But that's another.
We'll work on that.
Right. Well, you didn't tell him about what we're about to do elsewhere, so that's good.
I mean, I prefer a need-to-know basis.
Right.
And I didn't need to know that we were going to pull a heist in Bunnerall. I thought.
Right. Well, don't joke about me becoming empress again. I might just say yes to try on the outfit.
Chair is up for grabs soon.
I really don't like taking other people's chairs.
Oh, but it was a comfy chair, right?
Yeah. But I feel like somebody with more brains should be in it, you know? A speaker.
Nah,
someone who can
fine.
persuade people to do the right thing in the right situation. I would just tell them to get drunk and fuck people.
Well, clobbering someone over the head's also convinced them. If you do it enough.
That's... I don't know. I don't know. You say strange things sometimes.
I do my best.
Why?
It's because the fourth moon of Bunabral is in regression, and yeah, all weird things always happen when the fourth moon of Bunabral is in regression.
What, the green one or the other one?
The pink one. It's really tough to see with the naked eye, or naked for that matter.
Time must be hard for you.
It really is, yeah. No one ever taught me how to look at clocks and tell the time.
Oh. How did you keep track of being in prison then?
There was a digital clock. It was magic made.
You mean fingers? You counted on your fingers?
No, it was a clock made in Sorokin. Super technological and advanced.
Well, can't wait to see Sorokin. But first, other places.
Yeah.
You're not letting Abhay just spend time with one of us, right?
No, we'll keep a watch on him.
Right. Well, not only Sykes. I like Sykes. I don't want him dead. And quite frankly, I don't trust your brother as far as I can throw him, and I can throw quite far. But
Sykes is also probably the most useless guard in the history of useless guards. Well,
he's trusting, but he's good with an arrow.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, let's not leave anyone who's a security risk alone for too long. Did that guy just say... No, wait, I wasn't there for that scene. Never mind. So, speaking of security risks, what are we doing about the Nord?
Let's take him and see if he's apparently Slimeface knows it.
Knows what?
I forgot his name. Lassie.
I only called him. What did I call him last time? Something about 2 fruits, a weird fruit, I think it's fruit and 2 rums. That's it. Double rum, 2 fruit.
Yeah, that one.
Yes.
Yeah, apparently Slimeface knows him from a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy, ears and eyes somewhere, and yeah.
I've always appreciated you being nicely specific.
I tend to not remember details, both small and big ones.
Right. Well, as long as you know your favorite drink, then I can fix it for you whenever times get shitty, which they are about to do soon. What is your favorite drink?
Anything that's not tea.
Okay.
As we pan out, I hasten to add the voice of God and builder of this world acknowledges that digital clocks do not exist in this world.
Tapping on your fingers was good though.
That was a brilliant. Brilliant.
A leather sundial.
It's too smart for Jedi. That was breaking character through.
that was brilliant. I'll give you that. That was awesome. Yes, we break away from the council session to a slightly less formal and much more informal / relaxed atmosphere as Abhay has gathered you all together, or it has at least asked you all to gather together in the more informal settings of the tavern, where you guys can all have a pleasant drink, and also him telling you about Maharashtra and what he knows. He has in front of him a vague outline of what appears to be this walled area, with in front of that walled area, there's kind of sort of scatterings of what could vaguely be represented as buildings. And then outside of that, an area which he seems to have scrawled as fields, and then just beyond that, another wall. He starts by outlining and says, "Well, this is vaguely what I can remember after walking through it for not very, very long. The outer areas are walled, although in all honesty, the walls themselves are not really a thing anymore. The walls are designed at least to hold against the ravages of the desert weather, etc. But they just don't really exist anymore after the war. Then there's the fields, which really are just overgrown messes, and then there's the city itself. The teleportation circle is going to be underneath the central temple, the central Pantheon temple in well, the seat of power. That is where it's going to be, and so we're going to have to get into that. And he indicates the inner walled area. The Pantheon temple is located right in the center of that. Going through the city is going to be the easiest thing in the world. All we'll have to do is just worry about patrols, and as long as we keep our heads down and keep ourselves out of sight, that won't be an issue. It'll be getting into the walled compound that'll be the problem. That's the seat of power.
In Maharashtra?
In Maharashtra, yes.
Can we just ask him to use their teleport?
No.
Well,
we wouldn't
aren't
be
they
able
on
to go.
Tyfari's side, technically?
Not yet.
Oh, well. I thought they were on the opposing side of the Empire like Tyfari was, so I figured that they would just be like, oh, go ahead.
This is the thing. The teleportation circle is in the center of this walled compound, and the walled compound is the seat of oppression in Maharashtra. The people in Maharashtra they have no fight left. They are an oppressed and downtrodden people. There is no money there. There is no riches, and if you are able to afford any money, it quickly gets taken away from you. They have nothing. As I said, getting into the city will not be an issue. It'll be just ducking and diving and avoiding patrols. It'll be getting into the compound that's the problem. And the wall is not exactly small. We could try and climb over it, or I could walk in through the front gate. I mean, they expect me to come back, or at least they're supposedly expecting me to come back.
Sykes is really good at climbing walls, though. So.
Okay, well that can be an issue, as long as you don't get caught by the guards on top.
Wow. You know, as I always say, if there's no witnesses to a crime, you didn't commit the crime.
He sort of looks at you with a slightly concerned look. That's one way of putting it, but yes. The other way we could do it is we could try and disguise. But because you all don't look like Tabaxi, that's the issue. I came here with 6 individuals.
Well, I go invisible, so.
Well, do you know how thick the wall is?
It took us about 10 seconds to walk through the entire gatehouse. Undercover. As in the gatehouse itself was one very large wall. It's very, very thick. Designed to withhold an army at least.
So would you say it's more than 20 feet thick?
Yes, potentially. Especially around the towers.
Yeah, but I just need any entrance somewhere that's 20 feet or less, and then I can make a passage.
Is that your? And he just sort of waves his hands in front of his face. Stuff.
Magic.
Right. Well, the towers might be a possibility. The towers sort of stick out from the wall. And I'm not really an architectural engineer, so they could work.
Do we have an entrance then?
All right. Well, once we get in, we'll be having to we'll have to make our way through the compound, and the compound is going to be extremely heavily, guarded, as well as full of paladins and monks, all serving the Empire.
Whoa, hold up. Paladins? Like, what kind of paladins are we talking about?
Oh, you're there too.
Yeah, I was listening. I did not want to start yapping, because I will start yapping, but you know.
The type of paladins we're talking about are the ones that are, extremely powerful. At least in my experience.
Great.
Anyway.
So, question is, who are we smuggling out?
Yeah, my
Another
wife and
child.
daughter.
Yeah.
Wife and daughter, so he's like counting fingers. If we're gonna go the boat route, we need a fast one. Let's hope there's a fast one. Get there, get out of there. Oh shit. Okay. Right. Another question would be, if we get in there, I assume there's gonna be guards in the entrance, or where we're at when we teleport in.
Well, yes. Once we go through the teleportation circle, yes, there will be guards the other side. But we have to get to the teleportation circle first.
Mm-hmm.
I could walk through the gates as they would be expecting me to walk through the gate. and do the thing that I would have to do, which is I would need to report to the Crusader General.
I'm confused. I thought we were going to use the teleportation circle to get in, and now you're telling me it's our route out.
We have to get to the teleportation to get to Bunabral, and then we have to, and then come back. The circle is connected to Bunabral from Maharashtra.
Right. Oh. Right, and then
vice
we're going
versa.
to... Where was Bunabral again? Can you point it out on the map for me?
I'll pull out the map. We're on the east coast. We're on the west coast.
Pull up
Bunabral is on the Bunabral is on the east coast.
Right, yes.
All the way on the other side of the continent.
We're going to the other side of the fucking continent?
Yeah.
That's one hell of an escape.
Yeah.
Bunabral is also the seat of power.
So, if I understand this right, we're going from the outside to the inside. We go over the shit wall, and then you've got the city proper. If we've gone through the fields, then you've got the city, and then we've got to somehow do a tower, and then we get into the city, and then we have to use our disguises to not get noticed by big beefy paladin guys.
And monks.
Sorry?
And monks.
And the monks, right?
And
so
the priests,
anybody
and the clerics.
who is right, all of the people that are shitty.
Basically, all those who are oppressing the oppressors of Maharashtra.
Right. And in the seat of oppression, which I think is not actually a chair, am I right?
Yes, it's the
right.
compound.
Okay. That's where the circle is.
Yes, it's in the center of that, underneath the Pantheon Temple.
Right. And then the family is elsewhere in the city, yes?
The family is in Bunabral. We have to go to Maharashtra first.
Oh, son of a bitch, I forgot. Okay.
So yeah, we have to go into Maharashtra to get to their teleporter.
And then and that's why we're going halfway across the fucking country.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
I understand now. I think.
Yeah.
Well,
and there's two escape routes. There's the teleporter and maybe a ship if the teleport doesn't work.
How
If
many
we can get a ship.
guards do you think estimated are there in Maharashtra?
Oh, I really don't know. I haven't... I just walked through it.
Best guess.
30.
No, far more.
Oh god.
Upwards of 100.
Ooh.
We should probably bring the army with us.
You're thinking... What's he thinking of doing?
Besieging Maharashtra.
Just take over, defeat the oppressors.
Well, that would be the only way back here. I mean...
Yeah, true.
I don't want to go to Bunabral.
I don't think anyone of us want to go to Bunabral, but
Well,
we
that
have
fucker
to.
does, points to Abhay.
There's an
Just to get my family back.
Yeah, your family back. Okay.
You're gonna owe us really big for this. You know that, right?
Yes, very much so. That's the reason why we're talking about it.
That's
Okay.
actually.
Yeah, I wanted to get to that. What are your plans afterwards? Tyfari, what are your plans for keeping an eye on your brother afterwards?
Well, there's 4 of us here, I trust. 5. God, it's so confusing now when not everyone is present. 1, 2. There's 4 people I trust and myself, and so 2 of us keep an eye on him all the time.
Wait, what?
So
Let's let Farrell and Sykes have a watch on him together. We'll cuddle him to death or something.
Real quick, if we go to this place called Maharashtra or whatever it's called,
Maharashtra.
Maharashtra,
Maharashtra.
Maharashtra.
It probably doesn't know how to form words. So.
Whatever. Yeah. Yes. The city.
Yes, the city. I could turn invisible if that helps, and one other person.
Yeah.
That would be a way to avoid the guards and be able to sneak through the compound.
Except I only could do it a limited amount of times because Sea Goddess is kind of iffy on my ability of doing some spell work, one would say.
Okay. Well,
I think Tyfari can cast it too, can he? Or can't you?
Yep.
Yeah, and I have a ring that lets me just go invisible, so I don't need anyone to cast it on me.
well,
So
that's he looks around. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 out of 7 of us. I don't necessarily need to go invisible because I worked. He says with inverted commas for the Empire, so I could simply just walk through the gate. And they would be expected to walk through the gate.
I can make multiple people invisible, so.
And I can make multiple people the backseat.
question for the GM.
Yes, tell me.
Was invisibility a spell that could be, like, when you upcast it, does it target more people? Or does it last longer?
Yes,
It targets
indeed.
more
It
people.
is one of those
Okay.
things that targets more people. However, with your ring of invisibility, that is only you.
Yeah. No, I figured. I was mainly asking for the spell for
No,
Tyfari
so the
and
spell
Ferric.
itself can be upcast
Oh.
to target more people.
Yeah.
Also, another thing could
Yeah,
I
I can
could
make
help.
4 people invisible, basically, so. Sorry, Rowan.
Carry on, Ferric.
So another thing I could potentially do, and it may help on stealthing and one in his silence.
You can.
Yes,
you
you be
can make
quiet. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to? I mean, I could prove it.
You can
What do you
prove that
mean?
you can be quiet.
No, that
Uh,
would certainly be a miracle.
well, not exactly the talking quiet. I'm talking about the
Punch the fire just a
silence
little.
spell.
Oh, you could make people silent. Okay.
that. Oh.
So, like, what the assassins were doing to us in the fight.
Yes.
Assassin's doing so. Oh yeah,
Well,
okay.
You can do the same as that.
Well, not exactly the same as them, because I'm not really a monk, but I am. The Sea Goddess gives me some spells to work with, and silence is one of them.
How
Nice.
long would that work go for?
About 10 minutes.
So we would have to get in very quickly then.
I also still have pass without a trace.
That
Right.
will
So
help.
that saved us in a pickle a lot. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
That will help.
I don't know how to turn Hercules into a tabaxi.
I could no. I
Wait,
can
are
make him
we
look like a
bringing-
10-foot tabaxi, and then he could just hide in the silent image. Maybe if that would work, or we can make it no.
We are
We could
bringing
look
the
like-
donkey on the invasion, right?
We
Just checking.
I mean, he's the brains of the operation. But
yeah.
Yeah.
I could make a
Okay.
15-foot cart and with silent image, and we could just hide Hercules inside of the cart
Or
if
we
the
could just
person
use
who
the donkey
dresses
as the puller of the cart.
Oh, true.
That would
Oh,
work.
maybe he could just stay a donkey.
Yeah, we don't need a cart. He's just the tabaxi's donkey.
They use horses and donkeys to pull things in the cities
Right.
as well.
Yeah,
I'm just
true.
glad he's
Okay.
coming, you know.
Why do you want to pull a donkey?
If things don't exactly go well, I could always use lightning bolt.
well, Look, we can
Also, if we're getting
always choose
chased,
for
I can use
violence
spike
when
growth.
things go wrong.
Wait up! Atlas said something. Everybody shut up.
Sorry.
We can always choose violence when things go wrong, but look, I'm trying to use my brain here.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Oh, dear.
Yes.
You got a Atlas. You got a pretty big brain.
Yes.
You do look you're in pain. Yes, I was wondering that.
That's all you're pooping.
Do you need more
Just a
saffron?
little. But I guess I could pull up a big show again. I guess we can.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It would certainly attract some. It certainly distracts some of the guards at least. Oh, what about? I have to. Oh dear. I have to report in. And since they will be expecting me, I have to report to the Crusader General, the asshole. Could perhaps put on a show in the compound.
Perform for dickheads.
And take their money.
And take their money! Yes!
Wait, what were we doing again? Right.
Really behind! Yeah.
Wasn't thinking about taking the money, but could also work. And the Crusader General has a penchant for making sure that the populace also observes the show. If we could try and persuade the Crusader General that the show happens inside the compound, that is.
Do you happen to know his likes and dislikes? Like, does he enjoy glitter? Or
No.
Sort of looking at a dance show?
He is an absolute asshole.
So
Fine.
we murder him.
He is the biggest.
So he does
he is
glitter.
he is the biggest person with the most incredibly large ego in the entire compound, and that's
All right.
including. And that's actually, if Tyfari was beside him, he would have a bigger ego.
Ew.
So we murder him.
I mean, that could be part of the act.
In his sleep.
Grab
The
something
disappearing
heavy.
act?
Yeah.
Wait. Idea. Is there a gate in the compound?
In the gate wall, in the wall, yes. There has to be a way for them.
Is it
for them all to get
made
out.
of wood?
Yes, it's reinforced.
Awesome. If we get PD the pincushion back, he can move through stone. So he could move inside and open the gate for us.
Wait, couldn't he just make a wall, like a hole in the stone?
Yeah, but then he would have to bash it down. That's going to take a while. It's far easier if he just opens the gate.
Didn't he have earth shape when we were in the tunnel in your graves? Your family grave?
Earth collide. You can burrow.
How did we
non-magical
make
stone.
How did we make the etches in the stone then?
Oh, he can go underground and then pop up again.
That's not what I meant. Like,
No.
you remember the puzzle? We had to move the
Oh, I don't even remember breakfast. Why are you saying this?
I'm sorry. There was the puzzle that we had to, like, move the symbols over and, like, match them up or something. And I thought we used Earth Shape, or someone used Earth Shape to, like, make the lines. Did that not happen?
Nope. You are.
Did we just
remembering-
cut in the wall?
Nope. you
No,
are
we
remembering
used-
that wrong.
No.
We used PD to set off all the crossbow traps.
Oh, that was a different room, wasn't it?
That was
Yes.
just a corridor. I think what you're referring to is during. So, just to jog your memory, you guys had to figure out ways to activate the symbols, not move them, just activate them.
Oh, okay.
And by activating the two correct pairs, you gained the correct symbol.
Got it. Yeah, I thought he had Earth Shape, not Earth walk.
There was the.
Yeah.
I think what you're thinking of is the. I forget the spell that Tyfari used, but it was a spell that created basically an opening in a stone door.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pass wall.
That's it, password.
Oh yeah, that's the one I was thinking.
That's what I wanted to use in the fortress, the compound. But
That's
I
what-
was
that's-
thinking PD can also just open the gates. Ta-da!
Yeah. Okay.
Very good.
I guess there was two.
I have
walls,
no
so
idea who
it's-
this Petey the Pincushion is, but
He's very good at catching arrows.
okay, I suppose that's where. the
And I
Pincushion
prefer
is.
him catching arrows instead of me catching arrows.
Not the most casual of individuals, though. Like, we would definitely set off some sort of alarm. If...
What is Petey the Pincushion?
What is Petey the Big Ocean?
Well, you know, he's an old friend. He's helped me in many a situation, and he's an earth elemental.
That'll set off some alarms.
I mean, we want to murder everyone inside there anyway, right?
Yes, but we need to get in first. The gates
Yeah,
will be
that's-
open.
Hold on. You just said yes at the start of that sentence.
Perhaps that was just.
It's a family trait.
Then Tulia, help me. Okay.
Isn't your family inside?
No,
My
they're
family's
on
at
the
the
other
city
No,
hall,
so
not
the
in compound.
compound is a different place than I just figured this out as well. Wait,
Tyfari
I'll tell you,
and-
Atlas. I figured this out. It's a different town altogether.
Oh god.
Alice just punches a tunnel.
I mean, that was a
Solve it.
shitty wall, right? Right.
Hey, Tyfari, how low can you go
Oh.
in terms of morality?
Oh, don't challenge him.
Don't. Yes, that sounds
Wait.
like
No.
you want to find out.
I can
Oh,
cast enlarge on the earth elemental. Oh my god, this is amazing.
Hey, it would make a statement to the whole town. That
Don't-
sure would happen.
Don't you need to
I'm
be?
going to Maharashtra.
Don't you need to be concentrating on conjure elemental as well?
I mean, one is from the staff, one is from myself.
You still need to be concentrating on it, even though it's from the staff.
That's
Do
okay.
you?
I will concentrate.
I think so.
Yeah.
Janae
we'll
uses
look into
the
that,
staff.
but I think you do.
I could cast it into an arcane abeyance in a moat and have someone else do the concentrating for me.
That you could. From a mechanics standpoint, yes, you could. Yes, you could.
Yes.
Such a good job on that horse in
This
my
is
brain. I'm gonna do this.
technically correct. Alright, we're off to Maharashtra, guys. Guys, let's go.
Well,
no, wait.
Hold on.
Get in the army.
Stop.
Do you
Apu.
want? Is that what you want?
I
thought
have
you
a plan.
Okay.
You don't even have a plan.
I have the
I
basis
want-
of a plan.
I was about to say we could use the criminal element of things within Maharashtra, because I do think if there's contentment and all that other shit, there could be criminals hiding.
Right,
I
there's
could
always criminals hiding. You, for example, have been hiding this whole time.
She makes a
Hey.
point.
Fair point, but I could try to look for some folks that could start things up.
What
I
would
mean,
you
I-
want to do with the criminals once you got them out of hiding? Sorry, this accent's all over the place today.
Yeah.
And a bit
Hey,
Swedish.
Shana, you sound strange. You're going one end of the spectrum to the
I
other.
haven't drunk in a while, so that's the problem. I'll turn into Arnold Schwarzenegger in a second. It's fine.
Huh, okay. Well, getting him out of hiding him might be a little bit of an issue, but it could always resort in coin.
What do
It's
you need
Alice's
coin
idea.
for?
Steal the coin, give it to the
But I'm so confused as to why we are thinking about money.
Question though.
I don't
for
care about money.
Tyfari, brother. Weren't you
Sorry,
looking,
what-
weren't
what-
you looking to
I'm-
recruit?
Yeah, I mean, after we liberate the compound, we can get people recruited.
Why not before?
We could also do a giant skyride and tell everyone to rise up, and that the revolution is back.
That won't be enough. They'll need show. They'll need to be shown that they can fight. They're an oppressed people.
Yeah, that's why we unoppress them. By murdering everyone in the compound. I get them to rise up while we do the murdering everyone in the compound.
With a full-on army.
Like a great plan to get the criminals and the murderers and the rapists on side then.
We'll talk about the rapists, but the murderers? Yeah, I mean, we're gonna need murdering, so hey, let's get the murderers out.
Alright, well, that won't exactly...
You need to leave something in place, you know. If you take out one leg of a chair, and you don't put a new leg under, chair's gonna fall.
Not if you move the one leg to the middle.
Yeah, but they can't, because you killed the leg. You're going to kill all the leg.
You can't kill a leg from a chair. It's an inanimate object, Sinead.
No, but I'm saying...
It is
I'm
not
using...
alive
Listen,
unless I made it alive.
they call this a metaphor, I think.
Oh.
And that's when you do... when they're all dead, like, nobody's going to stop the rapist, is what he's saying.
Alright. Who wants to be Emperor of Maharashtra?
Nobody wants to be Emperor of
I
Maharashtra.
thought you were.
No,
Aren't you?
I don't want to rule anyone.
He
I
keeps
wanna-
trying to make people
Sure.
emperor. It's not helping.
I want to set
I don't-
the continent free and then retire and go do farming or something.
Well, why don't we look into
Sykes just
who's
looks at
currently
Tyfari's brother.
already interested in doing that? Yeah.
I want to keep some goats. I like goats. Goats are cute.
Who would be interested in ruling?
Goats? Oh.
Oh, we're just
Ruling goats. Oh,
No.
We just lost the river.
Varric wants to rule now that he's gone. Varric wants to rule, right?
We've run dry. We're out of river.
The river has run dry.
No, but I want to install a council and have representatives of every race. So, Sinead, you're a representative. Atlas, you can be a representative. I don't know who else wants to be. Farrell can be a representative. Lassie, we'll talk about that later.
Wasn't there a oh shit, why is the race blanking, you know? Tabaxi. Wasn't there a Tabaxi that was with us at one point that they didn't know really what to do anymore?
You've had like
they
half
were
an
just
army
kind
of Tabaxi going with
No, I
us.
know, but wasn't
Any
there
of
one
the
like
people that I've slept with.
it was the I think it was the one that we rescued from after we defeated the when we took over the skyship the first
You
time.
mean Alec?
Alec, didn't he like just kind of go with the flow?
Yeah, he sounds like not a great ruler, my man.
Got another idea. We can try the railgun.
What?
We can blast open the door.
What?
They're not. That one's not ready.
We can try to see if it's ready.
Raffaele said she. Raffaele said she needed more time.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, and a railgun cannot rule a city, you know.
Well. Wow.
Can we have that Tabaxi rule?
AI can do a lot of things.
We're not playing that kind of game.
We're making good progress with it. Just saying.
We're not playing that kind of game, though.
Okay. So, I think the plan is kind of all over the place. So let's start from
Yeah.
I've got a plan.
beginning to end. In the beginning, what are we doing?
Well,
We're
in the
getting in the
beginning,
city.
there were was a lady bee and a boy bee, and they can
Brother,
really
shut
good
up.
friends. Oh,
Shut up.
damn it!
We're getting his
Ferric
family.
has a point.
It was a good
What
story.
are we doing? Are we assaulting the city and being open and loud and declaring the revolution by assaulting the compound, or are we sneaking in?
We're bringing
That's
the
actually
army.
a good point.
We're,
Are we? Yeah.
We're bringing the army. We're sneaking in, We tell everyone that the revolution is back on track. It's never been gone. It's just been in stasis.
How are you going to sneak in with an army on your tail?
Well, you leave the army in the forest.
There's a forest?
It's gotta be a forest somewhere.
Wildly looks at the map.
There's no forests between
Wildly,
here.
yeah.
Between here.
Yeah, they all look like they're on the other side of Maharashtra. There's like a couple of trees. It doesn't even look like to be a forest. It's like
I don't even. How far is Maharashtra from Pangolin?
So from actually, Abhay will respond. GM won't. Abhay will. Maharashtra is about half a day's travel from here.
Easy.
By foot.
We leave the army here.
Yeah, they would already know about it anyway.
Maharashtra, we sneak in, we recruit people to start a revolution, and as soon as we're ready, we send someone to get the army, and we launch an assault on the compound. Afterwards, we murder everyone, and we murder everyone in the compound. I will take that addition myself. Before I get
this is happening,
lost.
isn't it?
And then we, free Maharashtra, teleport to Bunabral, get my brother's family out, get back and, have some wine, have some beer. Victory celebrations all around, and then we go to Dalinda.
Dalinda, worst place to be. This is provided.
While also sending out someone to Sorokin, because I still need a sky fleet. I really want that sky fleet.
Taking city by city as we go. Okay. Wow.
Oh dear.
We can barely win a fight against 8 people.
That's why we get more people in the army.
They're just going to join like that.
Okay.
Convince them, bribe them. There's
I
options.
have something to say. I may be a dumbass and I may be a yapper.
Yes.
You need to convince people to join the cause.
Yeah.
If we can convince of this entire revolution, which I am behind regardless of the fact, even though my beloved may or may not like it as much if she finds me, we really need to convince people. Like what your brother is saying. They've been repressed. The
Otherwise, we're just
there's
gonna
no
have to
flame.
keep. Yeah, otherwise we're just gonna have to keep from compound to compound and murdering everyone in every compound.
Why don't?
Quick question, Abhay.
Yes.
If our enemies found out, like the ones that have your family, if they found out there was a revolution going on, would they kill would they know you have failed? And maybe kill your wife and daughter?
Actually, that's a great point.
If they found out that I survived, yes, they would kill my wife and daughter.
So if they hear a revolution going on, that means he failed to kill Tyfari, and that means
if I survived, and
yeah,
they will not take the chance that I didn't.
Which means we need to go in stealthily, with no army yet. As soon as we get back, the army is okay. You're good to go with that, but we need to go in first. No army.
Just us. Quiet like.
Yeah, that's what I said in the second version.
And no, what you said was we take a giant elemental and we break down everything and kill everybody.
That was when I still had the bashing in plan, and yeah, I've passed on that for now.
Okay. So
That
if
plan
I'm
is fine,
understanding this right,
After we get his family. When we get back and teleport back, if we teleport back, that's when you throw the signal.
And then there's riot in the streets of Mahara. I don't even
And then
know. Ferik, I understand how you feel. It's hard to pronounce.
I gave a long time ago.
Janae,
I gave a long time ago on saying these names right. And plus, it's fun to piss people off whenever I say the name wrong.
Is that, sorry, I have to ask, is that River saying that or is that Ferik saying that?
This is both me and
there we go.
Bit of column A, bit of column B.
Yeah.
Yes, it's both. Yeah, so regardless of saying the names wrong and whatnot, Tyfari, I may be a dumbass and a yapper and one heck of a pirate, no need to boast, and I did smuggling. We need to do this quiet, because if they catch wind of a revolution, this guy's daughter, wife, whatever, gets the axe to the brain gets the axe to the brain basket.
Right. What a lovely graphic way of saying that. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
We do it stealthily first. Then we could start doing things what you want, Tyfari. We're smuggling people out, and I prefer to keep things low level, stealthily.
Yes, that's the plan. Yeah.
Okay, so quiet, save them.
Then
Riot.
murder. Yes, or riot, yes.
That sounds like a plan.
Say if we go there by teleporting and say we get out there by ship, do you know some good spots, Ferik, to do you know a good route and good spots to go, and maybe talk to some people and sow some ideas of revolution?
Well, that's going
with
to
certain
be
groups.
That is
people.
going to be the tough part, because, well, it points gesture to themselves. I'm a gnoll. I don't think people want to talk to me as much. I mean, back at the gate, you got that giant dragonborn stopping me.
Yeah, I mean, you know, other pirates.
Well,
You know, smuggling hideouts and shit like that.
yeah, fair point.
Roll a history check, Ferik.
I got a +2, but where is it? I got a +2. I have a 21.
21, very nice. You would actually know of several, I'm going to call them pirate coves, places where people of dubious repute would hide away people, goods, themselves occasionally from the law. Generally in little towns and villages that dot the coastline between each of the cities, and actually there are several between Maharashtra and Darlinda for historical reasons, and there are even one or two between Kramin and Bunalbral themselves. So along the coastline there are places where you could, if you wished, hide out or seek refuge among people of your ilk.
Well, there are coves, pirate coves of my kind. It all depends if we either got coin or if my reputation impresses them. Because we terrorized my tribe or clan, Tidemal. We terrorized the seas 20 years ago before I got fucking stabbed. So, if some of those pirates from 20 years ago heard of me of my tribe, I might gain respect, and they might hunker us in.
Mhm.
If we
I think
want to
getting stabbed like that would gain plenty of respect too, and surviving.
Do they know you survived?
Show them your scars. Yeah.
It always fucking works for me.
I mean, you do got some gnarly scars.
How the fuck do you know?
Shh. Anyway.
What?
Anyway. If we... Tyfari, how fair are you in terms of recruiting these pirates? They could cause some mayhem in the Seven Seas.
Yeah, that's what I was asking you. If we know these places, we can. Those people are probably not very content with the state of, with the authorities. Let's put it that way.
So either we need to get coin, or they be so damn impressed by the tide while they're willing to join. But that's more of a. I gotta do some persuasion on that shit. There's one between Maharashtra and here, right, Mr. GMA man?
No, between Maharashtra and Darlinda, so between the two major cities along the west coast.
There is a pirate cove between Maharashtra and Darlinda. There's a pirate cove between there. I went there after, I tried to be stealthy at one point in time. Then a group of guards might have saw me, and I kind of had to dip.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some friendly folk. I share a couple of drinks with them.
This is all well and good, but this has got nothing to do with me, with saving my family for now.
No, Abhay, I mean to say if we carry out this plan, we go to Punabral.
Mm-hmm.
We teleport there, we go back by ship, and then try to recruit people on our way back.
Oh, like that.
Yeah,
if we're
going to go by ship and if we really want to hide, we could use for pirate coves. I think they will be hella stoked of being part of revolution, but that's going to do some convincing.
Well,
we could hide
play that
there.
by ear, but yeah.
I do like the sound of a pirate rebellion. Just as a concept.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Just don't tell my beloved about that, or else she kicked my ass.
Yeah, sorry, who?
I have a beloved.
Right, well, plenty of people have got one of those. What's yours called?
I gotta look at the name. Hold on. I got it right.
My beloved is the sea.
Seas.
Seas.
Yeah. Well, my beloved is. Oh, where is she?
Yeah, that's the question.
Imagine him pulling out a journal and being, what was her name again?
Well, her name is Venra Bevish. Venra Bevish.
Venra Bevish.
Right.
I'm never gonna remember that.
She's a heck of a crack shot with a hand crossbow.
Well, we all have reasons to love, and I guess using a hand crossbow right is definitely one of them.
Yeah, but regardless, if we're gonna, okay, Maharashtra, we go in stealthily, get teleported over to Punabral. Correct? If I'm assuming right, we teleport from one place to the other. Okay.
Yes. We can also teleport back.
Yes. Okay, so we got choices here.
Then we
of how.
sailed.
Shush, Sykes. So plan A, if things go extremely well, get your beloved daughter and bring him, teleport back, all well and good. You know, happy ending. Woo! Plan B. We steal a ship. If that doesn't work, if there are ships in Bunabral docked.
There are ships. Bunabral is also the capital of the empire, so therefore there is a port there as well. Very well guarded,
Yes.
so stealing a ship will be a challenge, but it can be done.
Yeah, it could be done, but we gotta steal one of them smaller ships, not those big ones, smaller ones. Skips, I think.
Yes, a sloop or a skip. Yes.
Sloop or skip. Easier for my own sanity, because I would not be sailing a ship with not to insult any of you, but fresh meat on a boat.
Hey, some of us have sailed before. I look over at Farrell. I'm so sorry.
Farrell kind of had this slight sort of 9,000 yards there for a slight for a moment, and then comes back into the conversation.
If we cannot do plan B, this is plan C. We get the heck out of Bunabral by foot.
Yeah.
If things don't go painful way, for worst case scenario, we get out of there, go to one of the pirate coves, hang there, and then try to finagle some way to get transportation from there to here.
You want to walk out of a capital city while being pursued and lead them to a pirate cove?
To be fair, he did say when everything goes wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then
If
everything
that goes wrong,
will definitely go
Well,
wrong.
we do it
Yes.
stealthily. Stealth.
I'm sorry. We'll be
Cover
wearing our
tracks, 'cause-
slippers.
Yes.
if that goes wrong, I could just go as the fine.
It is a large
That's-
city, so we could get lost in the crowd.
Yes, we get lost in the crowd. Plus, Sykes, you just say you got passed without trace, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Problem solution. We stay invisible. I could do few people at a time. Tyfari
Also-
could do other few people, and then we could just zoom one out of there.
Also, for
As
being
a-
chased, I can put spikes down. So,
Oh, that will solve everything.
I mean,
Oh.
like, I have a spell called Spike Growth. It'll just make it like harder. For
Of
them to
course,
follow
there's
us.
always a plan B. Is fight to the last breath.
Right,
just
well,
kill them all.
to do that.
I'm kind of planning to have my last breath many, many years from now.
Yeah, we're plan
Like
A
at-
is
in
the
At
plan.
home.
Is what
Also,
we're planning
where
for.
do we keep the donkey during all of this?
Why do we need the
Why are
donkey?
we bringing a donkey?
Well, are we leaving Hercules here?
No, of course not.
What? Okay, fine then.
We can make the donkey invisible.
Perhaps disguises would be a good idea as we get into Maharashtra.
And Brian can just fly above. I've been
There's
teaching
a
him
bunch
how
of
to
us.
circle
All of
above
this-
and come back when the fight's done.
All of this invisibility sounds a lot like a lot of problems can occur. I feel like we should all just turn into lovely little tabaxi people, unassuming. Nobody notices. It's all fine. I spend the day making you into the cutest kitty cat I can possibly make you. There you go.
We'll travel
I'm
with the
all
car.
for that plan too. It saves Tyfari some slots and
I actually have to say I
Ferric
agree.
as well.
Mhm.
I actually have to say
Yeah.
I agree.
Your
Because
point.
I came here with 6 other tabaxi.
Ah,
If I
can you get
happen
us?
to
We
come
can get
back
the same
with-
cloaks they have too.
Wait, we can't all be talking now.
Sorry.
But yes, no, Sykes has an idea that we could just take the cloaks from the dead tabaxi. Looks at Tyfari, and disguise ourselves as them. They would be expecting me to return with them, or at least with some.
That sounds actually like a good idea. Don't get any fucking ideas in your head. I still don't like you, but that's a good
idea. I've been doing this job
idea.
a long time. I know what I'm doing.
I mean, he kind of
That does
raised
not
do
make
it.
sure.
but
Let's do it.
So, plan A of going
Ugh.
to Boone Brawl. We go into disguises, right?
Right.
Mhm.
But there is a chance they may discover that we may or may not be who we think we are.
I don't know who I think I am.
Okay. Plan B, if things go awry, ship.
Yes, that's all after we get into Bunobral.
Yes.
We can plan for everything that goes wrong. I think going disguises and just going and playing by ear.
Yes, we can only do so
Good.
much.
Right.
How many tabaxi?
Well, you said you left with 6, so
I left with 6. It could be
6 of us. Mm-hmm.
or 6. Okay.
Makes sense.
All right. There is one more thing to help sell the idea. I need to report in anyway. If I report in to say that I will be returning with all 6 and mission accomplished, that help sell the idea of us traveling through the compound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you need evidence of Tyfari's death?
Not for the report. For the other side, yes. But that's just the other side. The report, I just simply need to write a letter.
Right. Okay. So what's your point?
If we go with 6, they will expect 6. And me.
Yeah. Then we go with 6, and they expect 6, and all is good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. We could also do less because, casualties happen.
Right.
Yeah, but then we
I
need a
could
different
always-
plan for someone else. I think 6
I could
is good.
always be invisible and just stay behind. That way, I could be the casualty one.
Are you always going to be invisible? Do
I
you
can-
turn
Sounds-
not invisible for other things? Like
If I attack stuff or make specific like physical actions, I'm not sure how that means, but
Can we
I
just-
turn on invisible. But
What if I just stick a tail on you anyway? Because I think you would
Okay.
make the cutest little kitty. And then, if you turn invisible and then something happens, you're still a kitty cat.
yeah, true. I could be an invisible kitty cat.
Right?
Okay.
That'll be one heck of a large kitty cat then.
I need to work
Dude,
on
I'm an elf. I'm like
all
5'3". Actually, how tall am I? I'm 5'5".
That's about average
That's
height.
a shorty.
Shut up.
I need to go. I need to
I'm like,
do a report. He starts to look
Actually,
around
the
the tavern
shortest.
and notices an empty fireplace. He gets up and heads over to the bar gate, pointing towards the fireplace.
better.
And the innkeep sort of gives a quizzical look, shrugs and nods. Right, okay. It'll be a little bit, but I will be able to report in a moment. It sounds like we have a plan.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Incredibly true.
And with that, we're going to take a quick break because we are way over break time. And
You'll say Sykes needed to pee. He's drinking so
Yeah.
much beer.
I've been trying to find the right point to put the break. So we'll take a break right now, and then we'll carry on from this one. So see you guys very, very shortly.
Yep.
Hello, we're back. And after a bit of a discussion, Scarlet Guard have come up with a plan to infiltrate Maharashtra disguised as Tabaxi. But before said plan, well, one, they need to be Tabaxi first. Second, Abhay needs to report in. So he has waited just long enough for the fire to be stoked to a decent amount. You can all feel the heat of the fire beginning to spread into the room, making it rather a lot warmer than you actually wanted to be because you're in the fucking desert. So it's already hot, and now it's getting hotter because there's a damn fire here. Ferric, however, sits beside the fire. Table, pulls up a table and chair nearby, and sits there and starts to write.
Wait, hold on. You said Ferric.
Did I say Ferric? Sorry, I meant Abhay.
Yeah. I was like, wait, hold on. I'm writing paper.
I meant Abhay.
Huh?
I knew who I meant. Thank you for pulling me off on that. But you see Abhay is beginning to write at the table, and just before he's done, you see him reach into a pouch and pull out a very small thin blade. He rolls back the sleeve on his arm. Those of you who are watching will see that his arm is almost leathery from the numerous scars that crisscross the inside of his arm. He takes that very small thin blade, slices into his arm so that blood begins to slowly pour out. He clenches his fist, causing more of that blood to well out, before taking the quill that he was using previously to write, dipping it into the blood, and then continuing to write. And he continues to write.
As he does this, Atlas will reflexively punch him.
He's away from you guys.
He will jab at him.
Sure.
But then be like, oh, fuck, oh, sorry, I just did not like the look of that. Go.
Yes.
Stay away.
I hate doing it myself, but unfortunately I have to. This is how they enact and how they report. And you see he's using the quill. He's using the blood as the ink to continue writing. The very end, after he's finished this very short report. Who is there? Who's actually watching him do this, and who's sitting watching him?
I'll watch him.
Okay.
I think I'll watch him just because I'm there, so why wouldn't I be?
Yeah.
Right.
Atlas will move a bit away, but he'll be watching.
Those of you who are actually watching him write, at the very end, you see him draw what looks like a circle, and then this lopsided V that bisects the circle in a kind of top left to bottom right, but completely bisects the circle. And as he does that, using his blood as the ink, you see that symbol flash for a moment. You see him sigh for a bit. I've always hated doing this. He presses down on the cut onto his arm, stenching the blood flow before rolling his sleeve back up. And you now notice that the sleeve has also been discolored, as though this arm has been used a lot to do this ritual. He rolls up the paper and throws it into the fire, where you see it flash into flame, almost like what would you call it? Oh, there's a word for that type of paper. Flash paper. It just explodes into fire immediately. There is this slight, almost purplish color to the flame as it disappears, but then the flame dies down a bit and continues merrily crackling away. Well, that's the report done. Need to wait for a bit. Hopefully it won't take too long. That is how I report in every day, or as often they require me to.
Well, just be glad that soon you won't have to anymore.
I look forward to the day I have to stay. We'll have to see when though. He lapses into silence. It's not long before the fire.
Sorry.
Yeah?
1 second. I was muted, but insight check?
Of course. Go for it. What is it you want to know?
I
Also,
want to
isn't it-
know if he means that he's looking forward to the day that he gets to hang out with us instead of them. I roll poorly. It's a 10.
He looks like a man who is tired.
Relatable. Okay.
And so there's a little bit more. I can't give you a lot because it wasn't a very high roll. He looks like a man who's very, very tired and looks like somebody who doesn't want to hope.
Sykes is thinking to him.
Carry on.
Sykes is thinking to himself whether it's safe for a man with half his blood gone from his arm to drink. He was thinking about going to get him a drink for losing that amount of blood, and he's like, "Wait a minute, is it safe for a man with low blood to drink?"
Wasn't that much.
Okay.
It was enough to write a letter. It was enough to write a short letter. So it wasn't that much.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I think Sykes will get him a drink. Yeah.
He nods in appreciation, takes a swig, and then sort of grimaces. I've always hated this.
But put the hair back on that arm.
There's no hair coming back on that arm, I can tell you that.
This will make it happen.
Not this will. I really, really do appreciate it, Phil. Thank you, Sykes. Thank you. But the wait.
Right. So we're ready to go.
Hold on. Need to see if they have sent anything. And as he says that, the fire flares again with that slight purplish hue to it. And cascading out of the fire is a letter. Kind of floats out and floats away from the fire so that it doesn't get caught by it. He immediately I'm not going to say runs forward, but just grabs it out of the fire with very practiced ease. Somebody who's clearly done this many, many, many times. Grabs it out of the fire, rolls out the very short amount of parchment and reads it. What is all your passive insights? I know Atlas isn't really a lot for you, but still tell me anyway.
9.
Passive insight. 13.
13, right.
10.
Alright. Janai and Ferric? You were muted again?
I'm not.
14.
14, okay.
You want to know mine?
Sure.
21.
You're passive.
Jeez.
Yes.
Passive?
21.
You got
11
plus
plus
11.
No,
I-
you have an 11?
Yeah, because of expertise.
Oh, right.
God
Gotcha.
dang.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, so, Janai, with a 14,
Valuable.
you notice...
Fucking hell.
Bloody hell, 21. Jeez. So, Janai, you notice that the news he's getting isn't favourable. He's looking concerned. Ferric, you see he's looking concerned. And it's not concern, he's looking worried. As in, the news he's just received is not something he wanted to receive.
Okay. Due to Ferric's height, he looks over his shoulder to see what it is. If you could read it.
Sure, yeah, he doesn't hold it back. It is written in common.
Okay.
Which is also something to note. It's written in common, it is not written in Bunel Brawl. And it says, "Well done. You have earned yourself a reprieve. Paladins will be sent to take care of the village. Return as soon as possible."
Oh, that's not good. Like, Ferric says this out loud. Oh, that's not good.
What's not good?
He looks up at you. No, that is really very much not good.
So, you want me to tell him, or do you want to tell him?
Oh, well, I will share it. And he turns the page around so that it's visible to you all, and you can all very clearly see there written, "Well done, you have earned yourself a reprieve. Paladins will be sent to take care of the village. Return as soon as possible."
Oh,
They
fuck.
are going to try and attack.
Do you have any idea on how long it will take for the paladins to arrive?
It could be half a day, or it could be a few days. It really depends upon how long it takes them to send the message and get the paladins here. Or they could just send... And you see him stop. Actually, that's exactly what they'll do. They will send a message to the Crusade General, and he'll send the paladins. They will come from Bahrain.
So, fairly
So we're
soon.
So we go take care of the Crusade General, right? Like right now?
We could, or we could
Assault.
just take care of the
Besiege the
paladins.
city.
Besieging the city will definitely work, as long as we can prevent the Crusade General from sending out a message.
I mean, this is an assumption on my part, but I would assume that they will attack fairly soon.
I
Like-
assume so too.
Today, maybe even, but tomorrow, 2 days tops.
At the very latest 2 days.
So we
Most-
could also just sit here, wait for the paladins to arrive, prepare some ambushes.
Kill the
And
paladins, and then the paladins
the
are yours, and then... No, just kidding.
then we have paladins on our side.
That could work, yes.
But then that still risks Abhay's family.
Not
yeah, but
necessarily.
Maharashtra is only a day away, so...
Well, I'm just thinking.
And we could dress up as the paladins and come back victoriously with 6 or 7 of us.
We could.
Janae, how good can you paint paladins? I know you're amazing with cats, but...
Well,
We just wear their armor.
They're all Tabaxi. You don't have to
Fair
look
enough.
like Tabaxi.
I can do that. I vote sit here, prepare ambushes, traps, or the whole shebang, and take out the paladins.
I don't know how many we'll be sending.
We have the Dragonborn army, so... And a
true.
dragon.
Also true.
You didn't report those, did you?
I did who to the what now?
I asked Abhay whether he reported those.
No. No. They know nothing about that. All I told them was that I was successful in the mission and we're returning soon. With 6 monks.
We could also just trust Epoch to take care of that while we make use of the
Yeah.
opportunity and go.
I'm all for that one.
Trust your dragonborn friend?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's a dragon.
He
With
is
an
a
army.
dragon.
This is true.
And we've got an atlas.
And not Apuk, it would be Larthas, who...
I suggest warning them at least anyway. Who is this Larthanas? What do you mean by
The
dragon?
Nothing
dragon.
you need to worry about.
Oh, yeah, true.
Okay. Alright. Well,
They tried to kill him, we helped him, saved his life, and he's a buddy of us now.
Who is?
Lighten us.
See him looking
Don't worry about it.
confused. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't know what to do.
He's part of the army.
Oh, right.
You'll
Okay.
He
You'll meet
chooses
him
to
soon
not be in
enough.
the chain of command.
Mhm.
Right.
Alright,
Shouldn't he
so
be?
I'll. No, he doesn't want to be.
Okay. It's very confusing, but I'm not going to think about that right now. I'll figure out that later.
Alright, Janae, do you want to come and have a nice little chat with the old council again? Because they really enjoyed your presence last time.
Oh. Yep.
Would it be...
You do that. I'm gonna train my vulture somewhere.
Yeah. Atlas, Ferric, and Abhay, can you go and form the Dragon Board?
Yep.
That they'll have a
Yeah.
fun time soon, and they should start setting some traps and ambushes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they will listen to me.
I'll inform them.
I will be with you,
Mhm.
but they won't listen to me either. I did, of course, try and kill you earlier. Not just not only a couple of days ago.
They'll listen to Atlas. They respect him.
And it shows that it comes from all of us, if you're over 3 people.
Right.
Well, if you need me in that room to spice things up, let me know.
You know what? I'll go to Nefane then and let her know. So if she's got any secret plans.
Real good.
Good plan.
Okay, it sounds like you know what you're doing. He
Sometimes
seems,
I know what I'm doing.
you seem slightly put out that he doesn't actually have a role, and that you guys seem to actually know exactly what you're doing and have started working really efficiently as a team. And this is me as a GM saying this to the players. Right, well, I will follow your lead, Atlas.
Oh, Sykes, can you bring take Farrell along with you?
Yeah.
I do trust you with that, not in guard duty, so.
Right. So,
Alright, well, it's hey-ho, let's go.
with that, you all leave the tavern and head to your various different directions. Who shall we start off with first? Let's start with Sykes and Farrell, because we haven't had you two. We haven't had you two a little bit of the scenes. Let's start with you two.
Right.
You find Nefane in a. This was a blacksmith's. Operative word there being was. It is now a scattered messy conglomeration of a tinker's workshop, blacksmith, and carpenter's workshop for some strange reason. And you see that Nefane is there with two very enthusiastic looking gnomes who you've not met before.
Okay.
They're unusual. But you see that in not really pride of place, but on the workbench in the center of this open-aired mess, I have to say, the table upon which I know you guys are referring to it as a railgun, but the cannon sort of like device that was
cannon.
that was used not a day or two ago to obliterate a whole bunch of rocks.
Yeah.
You can see that the barrel shape is still there, the tray shape is still there, and you can see that there is the beginnings of a cage being formed, and this cage seems to be this almost like this woven material of iron and gold. Instead of it just being a frame, it now seems to be very, very thin strands of iron and gold have been almost begun to be woven together to form this almost cage-like covering over this sled thing.
Okay. I'd say, ooh, that looks pretty.
Huh? What? Oh, hi, and she pulls up her goggles as she looks up from bending over that very intricate work that she's doing. Hi. Oh, that's bright. Oh, jeez.
Sorry, didn't mean to scare you.
You're good. Oh, ha. Oh, hi, Sykes, Farrell.
Hi.
Well, hi. What can I do for you?
First
Bit
off,
busy, but what can I do for you?
that looks impressive.
Thank you. It's a lot of work. Lot of work.
Yes.
I'm already thinking about how to try and improve this because I really don't want to be doing this every single day. Anyways, what can I do?
We need to talk.
Okay.
As I look to the other two privately.
Okay. Foul, Jim, fuck off. Go take a break. You see the two gnomes look up and go, "Oh, what, boss? Well, we're almost done. If we don't get this done now, no, go get lost. Go on, get out of here."
And I say, "Don't worry, it'll be quick."
You see the two gnomes. One you now see is has a leather apron with lots of scorch marks on it from sparks and things. Both of them have very, very short, dirty blonde hair, and they both look at Nephanes. You sure, boss? Yeah, go on, get out. All right. You see one of them puts down a set of tongs in which is this very, very, very thin piece of iron that is beginning to dull down from that very bright red from being in the fire. And the other one sets down a set of hammers, and they wander off.
Okay. So we got a slight bit of an issue.
Right.
How soon can you be ready for a war in like 1 or 2 days? As I just kind of slowly smile at her.
She looks at you, blinks. What?
There might be paladins coming.
What?
Exactly. Can I borrow some guns of yours? Or whatever these things are?
This?
Not this, I don't see it obviously doesn't look ready, but...
No, it's nowhere near ready.
No. Okay. You remember that thing I gave you before? Do you have any more of them? I'm assuming you made more.
Oh, no, I've been too busy with this. Sorry. Do you want it back?
Okay,
though?
no, you're fine. I mean, I'd rather you have it. It says, if it helps you with your studies. But yeah, if there's anything you can do... Oh, okay, cool. Well, if you don't need it anymore, I might need it a little bit. Just for...
All right, but hang on a minute. Wait.
Did you figure out how to get it to work, though?
Yeah, I figured that bit out.
You need to show me. so I can effectively use it.
She starts looking around and heads over to an open chest, starts rummaging through it, pulls out a pair of tongs, so to the side, pulls out a hunk of lead. Oh, don't need that later. Put that over there. And just starts going through it, and then goes, oh fuck, it's not here. Shit. And she starts scattering
Take
around
your time.
the place.
It's okay. And we got 2 days.
She's frantically trying to sort it out because her mind's not focused on this. Eventually, after making even more mess of this entire area, she pulls out the gun, the pistol that you gave her. She goes, "Ha! There it is!" And then she looks and goes, "Oh shit!" And
what?
You remember that the pistol had almost hammer action on it, and it had like nice trigger mechanism and everything on it. It's no longer on the pistol, and the trigger mechanism has been removed. It is literally just a barrel and a stock.
What happened?
Oh, oops. I forgot. I took it apart.
Well, that means you get to keep that.
Sorry. I can put it back together. Won't take too long.
You can?
I might have to find the bits, though. May have to make some new ones.
Okay. Make some new... Okay.
I can't remember what I did.
I mean, but I mainly came to tell you about the situation at hand. If you've got any like cool inventor traps or anything you want to try out, this would be the time.
I've never really thought about using my craft for traps, but I can try and think of something.
Cool. I mean, if you have better use for it, then yes. I mean, if you think
Okay.
you can finish also this within a day or two, and maybe just even if it fires once, maybe all we need to take out one paladin.
Are you pointing towards the device?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I remember what it did.
Okay. How long do we have?
I'm gonna say. I said 2 days. I'm going to say 1. To make sure.
1 day.
2 days if you want to make it like on time, and I would not mind if it's not stable, because if the more unstable the better, because it means it more explodey.
No. The more unstable, the more dangerous for us.
Which means the more dangerous for them.
Yeah, but I want to be able to make more of them. So what is it? Is it 1 or 2 days?
2 days.
Okay. It'll be ready.
If you can't use it, that's fine. But if you can finish it even during the fight, let me know somehow.
Fight?
I will come get it. Well, like I said, there's paladins coming.
Are they coming here? Oh, God,
They're coming to the town.
Hell's below. Shit, balls, fuck, bollocks. Okay. Oh, God.
If this is from me to you, if you like, Tyfari would say otherwise. If you do not wish to be here, I would leave.
No, I want to be here. This is where my family is. I mean, the eldest.
Sure. Oh, I forgot her girlfriend is there. Yes, I was about to say. I'm like,
and also,
I was like, your
where
mother
would we go?
just left. Like,
where would we go?
I don't know, but that is what's the situation right now. We were planning on helping someone get their family back, and then they reported.
I don't need the details. I don't need the details.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Oh, I will. Oh, God's above and hell's below.
Atlas
I will do my best.
and Ferric have gone to let the Dragonborn know, so the Dragonborn at least are here to fight as well. We have a strong force.
Okay.
So there's probably no need to worry.
Dragonborn. Those are the big red dudes,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Mm-hmm. The big guys that look like lizards.
Right. Yes, them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I will do my best.
Okay.
Okay.
Like I said, don't worry about if you can't finish my tiny little gun.
Okay, you have a choice. You have a choice. Do you want the gun or do you want this? Pointing at the massive cannon on the floor, on the table.
Probably the massive cannon then.
Right. Almost feel the eyes of Tyfari somewhere in the world.
However, once you finish it, let me know, because I think I want to be the one to fire it.
Okay, that's fine.
I think I can get some good distance out of this.
Sure. Okay. Fine. I need to. Well, okay. Bugger it. Where are those nodes? Boys!
And probably something on a high rise, so I can get a good look over the town.
Oh, that's fine. There's lots of buildings you can just go on there. Boys!
Yeah.
And so you hear he's beginning to yell out for the two gnomes that disappeared, and you suddenly hear the pattering of feet as the two gnomes come running back. Yeah, boss. We got work to do. Sykes, goodbye. I need to do it. I need to do stuff.
Yep.
And
Good luck.
She starts directing the two gnomes in what they should be doing. Oh boy, you've just made her panic. Moving to Atlas and Ferric. Let's go with Atlas.
Nothing makes you work faster than panic.
Sure.
What's up?
So Atlas, you know roughly where Apag would be. He would be most likely at least helping out, if not already manning sort of the perimeter of the village. Sorry, town, city. As you find him, you actually find him directing the building of a palisade, which has just started being formally built. And you notice that this palisade is not made out of wood. Or at least it's not made out of tree wood. You notice that it seems to be made out of a much thinner, lighter coloured wood. And as you look around, you can see the scattered and butchered remains of cactuses. Very, very large, tall ones that have been have had their insides sacrificed to be palisade.
No. I figured they'd be prickly, but not that prickly. Well, I'm afraid they might come in useful sooner rather than later.
What do you mean?
We've received word that there'll be some enemies coming soon. Within a day or two.
Not really a surprise, to be honest.
No, it's his, well, I point to Abhay. It's his friends or former friends, former associates, whatever you want to call it.
He looks immediately across at Abhay.
Mm-hmm.
See, Abhay is like, yes, I know.
Well, unfortunately, we're gonna have to be gone for a different mission, so I'm gonna have to trust you with the defenses, and Abhay here is gonna tell you exactly what you need to prepare for.
Apok looks across at Abhay. I know Atlas doesn't have a high insight. You don't need a high insight to know to recognize the look of I do not trust you, and every single word that is going to come out of your mouth, I'm going to analyze.
Especially when it's a shared feeling, basically.
Yeah. You recognize the feeling of I would rather throw you as far as I possibly could and hope that you die, and then maybe throw you even more to hope you could die again. Sort of look. And Abhay is very much Abhay, to his credit, stands his ground in the face of the hatred being poured and fired in his way from Apok.
Oh, this is Apok.
Yeah, this is Apok. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
You've met before. He didn't like you. He loathes Abhay. He loathes him.
Like, Fear just saunters up and it just in like a friendly gesture. How tall is Apok?
Apok is about 7 or 8 feet tall.
So roughly Theric size.
Yeah,
almost.
I mean the two of you can look each other in the eye. Yeah.
He like saunters up to him and goes, "Oh, Apok, my boy. Good to see you."
The feeling is not.
We're taking this one along. Don't worry. You won't need to suffer him.
looks at you, Atlas. I'm very happy to hear that. And he says this in front of you, Ferric, by the way. Like, he's not hiding.
Oh, he knows.
Yeah.
He knows.
Great.
Like, even with a high insight, he knows. Then Ferric puts his arm around Apok. It's like, me and you gotta do some good around here.
He looks down at the hand that's on the other side of his shoulder.
Get to the door
Looks
real
across
quick.
at you. Only those that I trust will do good with me.
Listen,
And-
buddy, I am trustworthy as many will go.
He picks the hand up very gently. Doesn't forcefully do it, but he picks the hand up from his shoulder, pushes you away, and walks out of your zone.
Stingy, are we?
I don't trust your kind.
Well, my kind are kind of, well, I'm different than from my kind, but that's a whole other thing. The Sea Goddess would absolutely love you.
You talk too much.
And I love talking.
What do I need to do? As he just turns to Abhay, completely ignoring you, Ferric. as Abhay begins to allay words failing me again. Let Apuk know what's going to be coming and what they're going to have to possibly have to fight. As he begins to lay out the capabilities of these paladins, you realize, Atlas, that the paladins who are going to be coming your way, at least according to Abhay, are very skilled combatants, are able to utilize a strange sort of magic. I'm not describing smite here. I'm actually describing something else, which you probably won't have seen before. A strange sort of magic that is able to empower their ability to cause damage, and make the damage also stick and last as well.
All right.
He also says that they tend to engage in close combat. So if you're able to keep them at distance, then that ability for the damage to stick and last is negated. Would be the main first defense. Beyond that, though, if they get in, weather the storm and hope you take them out.
What about the Crusader Commander, or whatever the fuck he is? What about him? What is he the same but more powerful, or does he have like?
He is, unfortunately. He's also trained in the. Since he's the Crusader General, he is the same as the Paladins and has also been trained in the way of the monks.
Oh, lovely. Oh, actually,
The monk paladin.
He didn't get to his.
And he's coming as well.
Without working his way up.
huh?
And he's coming as well.
Go ahead.
And he's coming as well, the commander.
I don't think so. He had his role is to command the compound in Maharasa, so he won't be going.
Yep.
It'll just be the paladins and maybe a lieutenant under his command.
So we have to be wary of them.
Yes.
We're gonna have to be wary of another group going to search for the first group that went missing.
Well, if we can get everything done quickly, then we won't have to worry about that.
Yeah. We'll try to be back quick as well, but that's if our plan goes well. Then we'll be back quick. If not, we might have to take a boat from the other end of the continent.
How long?
That will take a long time. We have a day, maybe two.
We best case scenario, we get a few days under our belts. Worst case, we probably got half a day between that timeline.
Time to build some ditches.
Yes.
As he turns to his to the other Dragonborn workers around him and a few Ganku, and starts instructing them as to ditch capabilities, because that's a thing in medieval warfare. Ditches are a thing. This is me as a medieval nerd.
Oh man!
This is in my old house.
We will we'll jump very quickly over to Tyfari and Janai, who have called back the councillors. Also, we'll say that this whole conversation is probably happening maybe about mid to late afternoon. The report that Abhay sent was also sent not too long before this. So you have basically half a day left before night time. So, just giving you an idea about time scale. Tyfari and Janai calls the councillors. The first one to the council is Ishwa.
What a surprise!
Yes, last time previously he was the last. Now he's the first. He's very curious now. The last person to the council is the speaker.
Oh, that's not a surprise.
And as he walks in, I presume Shania is sitting in the speaker's chair.
I'm in the same spot, not in his chair.
Oh, okay. Will you be standing?
No, I will be using one of the spare chairs.
Okay. All right. So you're
Going for the B&Q chair.
B&Q chair. So you've placed the speaker's chair. Where would you have placed it? Would you place it back in its original position, or would you place it somewhere else?
Left-hand side of the body.
Okay. Right.
Yes, choose the right and the left hand.
Okay. So as the speaker enters the room, a look of begrudging resentment on his face. He looks around and looks to find his chair. Then sees it free and sees you sitting to the right of Tyfari in one of the not so good chairs. There's a slight narrowed eyes. He looks towards Tyfari and then you and sees his empty chair. And heads over to it and sits down. Looks across towards you, Tyfari. And then slightly past Tyfari towards you, Janai. You know what? What? Become a speaker for nothing. Let's give him a plus. What is Shanai's sincerity about this?
I think she sincerely wants to ensure that nobody feels stepped upon. And that's hard around Tyfari. But
Yes.
she has learned enough from her mother to know that if you please enough people, you will be spending less time trying to make sure that you're not enemies.
Mm-hmm. So it just gives you a look. Do you look his way?
I meet his gaze.
He nods thanks, and then looks towards the fire. My lord, you called us again.
Yes, I have received some information which I felt you need to share with all your peoples. Abhay, my brother, has been in contact with the enemy because the enemy still believes he works for them instead of for us. And he has learned that there is a group of paladins coming to attack us.
The Prime Minister immediately popped up. We don't have the capability for defense. They'll slaughter us.
Oh, we have the small army of Dragonborn and the Kenku. So we're preparing. We're having everyone prepare the defenses.
Of course.
And we have the Scarlet Guard, plus Varric.
Yes. Right.
By the way, since they're talking to Apok, that Apok's elsewhere, but
Yeah.
I will definitely have invited Barnan to this as well.
Oh, Barnan. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Ha! All right, hadn't thought of that. So there are some looks at this at the Kenku in the in their midst. At the news of paladins, Barnan he was just kind of leaning against the wall, wondering what the fuck he was here. But in the news of the paladins turning up, he immediately stands up, or stands more upright. Are you talking about people attacking here, Tyfari? My lord.
Yes.
Tyfari. Alright. What do you need?
I need someone to scout ahead because I need to know which direction they're coming from. I would assume it is most likely that they'll be coming from Maharashtra, but we're not 100% sure. And I need some sneaky gits to lay some traps for them, and if possible, some short and quick ambushes. You know, don't go into an open fight with them. At least, you know, not until they're here. But you know, take a few pot shots here and there. Lay some pitfalls. Well, I mean, you probably know much better than me how to lay traps.
If a crow could grin, Barnan would be doing it. With a enthusiastic, I can think of a few things for you, Tyfari. Just leave it to me. Me and my boys will handle it.
Anything to thin their numbers a bit before they get there.
Oh, we'll take a few out. Have no fear. Alright, if you don't mind, I have some preparations to do. Councillors, it was a pleasure to meet you all. As he just literally looks around. We're here to protect you.
One quick thing, Barnan.
Oh yeah, aye.
They're attacking most likely tomorrow, so it needs to happen fast.
Oh, we can do fast. That's been our way of life for a long time. We can do fast. I've got some preparations to make. Good afternoon, evening, my lords. Tyfari, Shania.
Keep me up to date on scouting reports.
He heads out while the councillors all look very big, very aghast, and slightly concerned, but also some of them also are slightly appreciative that somebody else is taking care of it, and not them, because clearly they've never had to defend themselves in their bloody life. So quite glad that somebody else is taking care of it.
Not on this scale, at least.
No. And that is, I think, where we'll call it tonight. Because
Can I do one last thing?
Yeah, of course, of course.
One last thing. Now that Barnum is gone, councillors, I need to ask you a very important question. Who here is on more than one lifetime? Raise your hands, please.
Ishwa raises his hand.
I cast Turn Undead on Ishwa to see if it works.
Very good.
And you can tell me next time if it works. But I want to see if paladins can make the people of this town run away screaming.
Roll me... I do need something. I do need to have a roll from you on this one. Because you said paladins, not clerics.
Right, well, I mean, they've got a flair of the magic, and that's all that Janai knows.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Then I'll keep it. I'll keep that. I'll keep what happens until next week. I have to figure that out later. You have to come back next week to see what happens there. Yeah. That's gonna be us. Thanks, guys.
Yay!
Yeah.
Plan.
Thank you.
We have plans. We have plans.
plan.
We have plans.
Oh, man, plans upon plans upon plans.
Oh.
Fail safes for plans and fail safes for fail safes.
I'm really looking forward to the next session now. Actually, this is something that you guys need to think about. It is now mid to late afternoon. Those of you who have knowledge of, I think Janai probably would have knowledge of this. Getting people together to be an army and then head them out, that takes time. Travel distance, you know now that travel distance between Maharashtra and Pangolin is half a day. But then there's the whole gathering people together. It is now late. It is now mid to late afternoon. Most likely they won't head out until at least tomorrow morning. So now you guys have to think. Do you head out now? Do you head out tonight? Do you head out tomorrow morning? And I would like you guys to tell me either either between now and next week, or starting next week. Something to think about. Anyways, we're gonna go raid somebody. Oh no, fuck it. No, sorry, forgot about it. Any memorable moments for you guys?
I have one.
I like Barnum just now with the council.
Barnum.
That was good.
Barnum is out to have some fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
he is. He is. dealing with idiotic councillors.
I think this is the first time in the campaign that we've gotten some sort of political nonsense, like some backrooms bullshit, and I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would. It's fun.
Slight change. You had a moment, Ruben.
Yeah, I just said just Barnum just now, the way he handled them. Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Barnum just doesn't give a shit. There's a fan that's been blowing into my side. It's making me cold now. Any particular moments for you, Neil or Lydia or River or or Jeff?
I had the funniest reaction when Ferric said that he saw Janae's scars when he really hasn't.
That was something.
Great.
That was like, what?
That was definitely something. Definitely along the lines of what?
Yeah.
Anything for you, Jeff?
I'm just really looking forward how this preparation is gonna go for this assault, and how well we are gonna do with the assault.
I still can't believe Tyfari wants to go through with this, and yet he doesn't want to rule anything.
No,
It's like, I want to take that
doesn't
out,
want
but
he
I don't want to
says-
rule it.
He
Well,
wants
to be fair, he just wants
take out the Empire, take out Nishta Trent, and then just go farming.
to then watch the chaos.
I
Keep some
can't.
goats.
When there
You
was
can come farming on my farm.
I can't see
Actually,
Tyfari
not.
ever going taking up farming.
He's gonna be a goat farmer.
No, I don't
He's
believe
gonna
it.
be dead.
He
goes to
loves
Sykes
goats.
farm.
He might take up goat farming for a little bit, but then the itch to do chaos will start getting there, and he'll want to do something.
Oh, goats are chaos.
I was about to say, have you met goats?
This is true. Goats are chaos.
There's a story here. There are multiple goat farms here, but there used to be like 15-minute drive here. There used to be the council there planted a whole forest until a pack of goats escaped, and they couldn't catch them. There is now no longer a forest because the goats ate the whole bloody forest. They literally ate the trees.
That is amazing.
Wow.
That is
So
absolutely
yes, goats are absolute anarchy.
amazing. I fucking love that. That's
That's
amazing.
true.
You all need scrolls of fireball. Don't tempt me.
We also need healing potions, but
I have-
get that in.
Speaking of anarchy, I think there was a huge swing between last session's Tyfari, who was like, "We care about you, and I want to hear about your feelings," and now also, let's just murder everyone. Like, it's sort of a interesting sort of shift in priorities and balance.
Please not
And-
need
and
this.
Tyfari
there isn't any
specif-
balance.
Tafari specified only murder the ones inside the compound.
Yeah.
That is true.
Just them that have it coming.
Unfortunately, we'll be there too.
Yeah.
Acceptable casualties.
TK did just raise a heart. Did just made remind me of a slight moment. Hercules not needing disguise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You guys are also like thinking about, we gotta bring the donkey with us. How are we gonna disguise the donkey? I'm like, it's a fucking
As a
donkey. Just
cart.
make it pull a cart.
Pulling donkey.
Sometimes playing out low wisdom, real fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's it.
God, brilliant. It is fun having an NPC sort of look from in-world objectivity, looking at the player characters, going, what the fuck? That is often
What are they
fun.
on about?
What?
You know,
Disguising it?
I was speaking the entire time. Then I realized I was muted.
Aw,
GG.
Oh,
damn
well,
it. What do you want to say?
Yeah. So favorable moment of everything. Just Apuk absolutely not having his nonsense.
Hey, look, listen. He's a guy who has very strong beliefs, very rigid in his beliefs and his judgments of those around him. It takes a lot for those to shift.
Yes, and Varric is going to have so much fun.
Oh yeah.
He wants to get on to Apuk's nerves a little bit, but in a more playful sense.
Beware, Apuk bites.
And not in a playful sense.
Well, Varric does have a attack action of bite, so I mean.
Well,
it's a thing.
Scrap.
We normally go and raid somebody, and we're going to go and raid Skulai. It's been a while.
Heck yeah.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time, so we're going to go raid him. He's awesome. He's doing Pathfinder, Strength of Thousands, Book 3, Episode 4. So, head over there, give it some likes for fugs. Hugs is what I meant to say. Likes, hugs, follows, all that wonderful stuff. Yeah, my brain is not working again. I think it was a combination of hugs and follows was what I tried to work out.
Yeah, sure.
It was! God damn it.
Just fart.
I will be back on Sunday, I believe. Yes, Sunday. I'll be back on Sunday with some Fortune's Whimsy. Where they got to decide what the fuck they're doing now because stuff happened. Stuff happened last time. So catch us then. Otherwise, guys, take care of yourselves. Love yourselves, love each other, give yourselves big hugs, give your loved ones big hugs, and we'll see you either next Thursday or me on Sunday. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Felicia.